like I said, it's been conventionally tilled. As you can see, the soil.
Farmer Curt Mowery has some advice for farmers who might be considering bringing influencers out to the farm for a look at what goes on there. It boils down to the rewards far outweigh the risk. When representatives of the International Food Information Council called to arrange a farm tour as part of a Houston meeting, Curt, a farmer of mainly rice but also other crops, responded. His Brazoria County farm is a good example of why modern agricultural technology works so well. Curt concluded that he should reach out to this group of registered dietitians.
When they first got here, it was, are you a family farm? And I think we got that myth kind of dispelled with them to some degree about what is a family farm and what's not. It's a very mythical type term in my mind, but they were able, I think, to be able to put a face with when they envision or they go to a restaurant and they eat some rice or they eat maybe a steak or something like that, and they know it was grain fed, they think, oh, well, they're going to think of my face. They're going to put my face to that plate when they're eating it. Here today, we're out in a cornfield.
Curt arranged for a video presentation of his crops in various stages and harvests so his guests could see the entire scope of his operation.
We have nothing to hide in what we're doing out here, and that's what we told them today at the onset. There was not going to be any question that was going to go unanswered. We were going to answer it. There was no questions off limit, and I think that they appreciated that, knowing that up front that, you know, we weren't going to try to walk around or not try to address a question with an answer.
That means no apologies for using the tools of modern agricultural production, tools like pesticides, chemical fertilizers, and genetic engineering. Curt believes folks are not really afraid of what goes on in farming. They are worried about the unknown.
I think that people really do want to connect with the people who grow and produce their food. I think once they do that, once they get to meet farmers and ranchers and their families and understand how much family is important and how much family is important in terms of how they feel about the land and how they want to take care of it and pass it on to their children, I think that's something that folks can really identify with.
We spend a lot of time studying the internal workings of food and digestion and health, and the reality is at this point really what people most want to know about is where their food is coming from, and that's why we need to be out on the farms more and have more people understand what happens out here.
Curt Mowery says he'll do more farm tours, and he encourages fellow farmers to do the same. For TFB News, Gene Hall, ROSHARON.